Can I do this to slow down? Okay, it's time for bed. For those, I'm gonna have to relax because for those of you who just want to put on something simple before bedtime, although it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I want to explain to you something right now. And I'm really being bothered by this. I have so many little intricate things like the CFL football and why they're at the 55-yard line, the NFL, why they go at the 50-yard line. I'm going to show you something in the NFL right now, something really small. 7 times 7 of the seventh gate, of the passage of the seventh gate, is 49, like the 649, because that's who passes, and that's why you get 6 points for a touchdown. Because touchdown says countdown. Now, one has landed. Now, everybody knows if one has landed, what are the names of these explorers that have landed? Or just use the word one, because one represents six. So six has landed, or nine. But if nine is represented, you would be a touchdown, a missed field goal, and a 3-point field goal, right? Or nowadays, you can still make nine with 7 and 2 as if you're sacked in the end zone or the 2-point play. Why do they call it a 2-point play? Because man makes it his choice. It's in his world. Here's how the 49 works. The circle is 1 yard in all directions, using up one side of the 49 of the 50-yard line and using up the other side. She comes into play and she jumps onto this side of play, or she jumps onto this side. In all actuality, it's like an S. One part comes on this side and the other on that side, and they're always working together for the electronics of the 87 vibration, which also stands for October, egg, 56, which is the Fox connection, and 5 and 6 is 11, spirit, angel, and man, and 41. 56 is 30, which is the creation, and 5 and 6 is 11 is 41, and that's go to go. I'm going to show you that in a minute, go to go. So he has touchdown, he's landed, now he's on this side, and all he's really got is 49 yards to go. I mean, because he's standing on the 49-yard line. Or is he? Where's this stake or this hash mark? You'd be on the line or you'd be offline. Either you're in or you're out. Maybe this line actually goes one step or 1 inch a little bit further into the 49, and there's 48 point something left, and leaving you only 48 to go. 8 by 6, 48. 48. 8 by 6, 48. 4 by 8, 32. 4 and 8, 12. The 12 ball, the 4 ball, purple, with the 8 ball black, with the 12 ball purple. 4 and 3, 1 and 2 is 3. 1 by 2 and 1 plus 2 equals 5, telling you that A, B are in the 5 hole, that are in the passage hole that is shown right here. What do they call the spaceships? Major Tonk. What do I write with? Tonk. What does it mean, Major Tonk? Who is Major Tonk? There's definitely all kinds of stuff in the music, my friends. There is for love, so there is for everything else. Just don't think that if you sing about love, that it's only love that we can ever learn. But all these crazy songs of skeletons and vampires and all kinds of crazy stuff, there's something hidden in there. It's a secret telling us something about a question. It's giving us the answer to a question we're asking. The question is, what is that question? Who's asking it? You see, if you're asking it, you'd have to go and look for it. How can I find it? You'd say, I know nothing, but I couldn't know anything unless you asked. Unless I so happen to fall on one of them. The other thing I want to mention is the 6, 1, and 3. I mentioned it before, the 6, 1, and 3 in football. 6 points for a field goal, 1 point and 3 points are also the laws of Moses. 6 by 13 equals 78. It also stands for 6 days, 3 days, and 1 day. I'm just jumping all around here, which is in 9 days, 6, 1, and 3, which is 10. 1 is for God, so we won't count it. We get a total of 144 hours, which is 36 and 36 and 36 and 36. So the guy who was speaking about 3,600 in what's it called, I believe he's absolutely right, except for the add-on attachments. Don't forget you have the well-done new equipment. You put on a little extra tape, so you need a little extra space. So there's a little bit more going on than just 3,600. You'd say that it was 80 times 47 is 3760, the time of the transference between the two calendars of when Jesus come down. So we had also The other thing I wanted to mention is since man lives on the one spirit of six, okay, maybe there's only 15 hours in a day, except every hour, a minute. I mean, every hour that used to be 60 minutes, now the hours are 96 minutes. Our night and our day are no longer the same because they're being controlled. This ain't natural. This is way too bright for a day. That's the way I think of it. Where's all the dark matter from around the universe? Wait a second. I forgot. I'm not a scientist. What do I know? I'm looking. Can I look if I don't know? If I do I have to be, how smart do I have to be to look? Hey, you gotta be smart guy to look. I'm looking. So we end up saying, like, this is something I'm working on also. The other thing I'm working on is, let me see if I can jump around, and you can wait. Oh, we're only at 5 minutes. I'm always rushing. So you remember, but we did CFL. Now, the total number of yards now is only 98 yards. So how do you get into the end zone? Because you have to put the point over the line. When you hold it, the point sticks out. So you can stay in the line with the ball going over the line because of his nose. Is that why they talk about the pig? Let me go back one more page. The other thing I wanted to mention is there's a 20-year time period. You see it, 288 years. Every 288 years, okay, you add one number. So by the time you get to 2005, 5760, you've added 20. That has to do with the dice cube, that there's 21 points on the dice cube. 5 by 4 is 20. This is the world. It's turned, it's turned, it's turned, it's turned. What else does that mean? I did it that way because the first 288, when you multiply it by 1.25, it equals to 360, which is apparently the one way around. Apparently, the old world used to be only 360 days, etc., etc. And one thing I do want to say about that old world, and the Mayans, MAI, 4, 1, 9, 19. 4 by 19 and 19 is 38, equals to 76. Another one, a spirit of 76. Then I was speaking yesterday, but I did it in a longer video, is we were talking about 57 by 47. Okay, this number, and this number, 3 times these section of numbers. And when I added that up, 333 is 9, 999 is 27, 2 and 7 is 9, 666 is 18 is 9. At the same time, it worked out where the total was 2079, in which 20 is only 19. 20 becomes 19 in the 19th century. When it becomes complete, it becomes 21, which is the one of the whole. But we're not talking about the whole. When it comes to 2014, we put a number before the whole number is finished. So here we don't do it the same way. So anyways, we end up with 79. 79 equals 1963. 2016 plus 47 is 2063, which is 83. But it's also take off one. You remember how I do it? 999 is 27, 2 and 7 is 9, so you never add that one on, so you take that one off. You have to take the 19 off. You see, this is a complete. We don't want a complete. Then we go down here and we do this. In pi, one of the areas in pi is 6, 9, and 3. In order to get 6, 9, and 3 in different areas, we must reduce it and multiply it by 3, and this is the way it goes. 3 by 2 is 6, 3 by 3 is 9, 3 by 1 is 3. Next part of pi, 3 by 5 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. 3 by 6 is 18, 1 and 8 is 9. 3 by 4 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. And the last part, 3 by 8 is 24, 2 and 4 is 6. 3 by 9 is 27, 2 and 7 is 9. 3 by 7 is 21, 2 and 1 is 3. And if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's in pi. I did not do this. It's automatically there because it comes out of one number, 6, 9, and 3. 6, 9, and 3 are these numbers. And if you take a look, 2, space 3, 4, space 6, 7. When you space 3, 4, and space 6, 7, that's 3, 4, 6, and 7. Is it not? 3, 4, 6, and 7 is the size of the moon. 3, 4, 6, and 7 is right On the French roulette, it says 34, 7, and 6. 3, 4, 6, and 7. It's like saying 1776. Um, I'm not sure where to go with this. Another thing I wanted to mention, okay, is that here's that size of the moon. When you multiply 3 by 4 is 12, is 84, equals 504. 50 by 4 is 200. That's 200 to Pascal. But it's 200 MB because we're missing the connection between the center, the two sides, which actually creates an 8 out of two zeros because all they are is connectors. 50 by 4 is 200. 5 and 4 is 9. 209. That's Rubik's Cube. Then 3 by 1 is 68. 3 by 8 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 3 by 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 3 by 1 is 3. 504. If you take a look at the numbers of love, love is also 54. When you say go for it, look, 76. 42. The birth, 5 and 9 equal 42. It's the gematria number. Okay? I think 84 is Pluto, and that's 9. 84 and then 9 would be the birth on Pluto. The spirit is 76. 7 and 3, 6 and 4. That's Earth, Saturn, Uranus, and Mars. They connect in the size of the moon. I put MB because they connect just like the two sides of the pool. You add on the 8 for 512 memory, now you have two sides that connect like this. 1, 1, and 1. 19, 16, 17, and 20. R and U for Nibiru. They connect the two sides of roulette. The first side only has 18 numbers, plus these three connected for 21. And the other one went around, the bottom part reconnects to 16 up until 17 and 18, and it becomes 21. And now we have two sides of 21 that are interlocking power units. I was talking about May before, M, A, and I, in which is 9, 10, which is number 23, which also represents Michael Jordan. It's also part of the sign of the Mayans. And what else was I going to say? If you put the Y instead of the I, they always say that you can change it. So if we did change it, the difference would be 16, so that would be 39. So Mayan would be 39. It would be a total of 63, creation of the angel. Let me count this again. 14, 15, 16. 16 and 25 is 41, 51, 52, 53, 54. The total of Mayan is 54, says love. Same thing as, what is it, 0? Not none, because none is 1 is IOU. And here's one of the reasons for IOU. In 3, 6, and 9, the clue is the Erie fox. Is that Lake Erie? What does it mean? You can put the Y here also. This is definitely a clue of something. 3, 6, and 9. CLU equals 3. FOX equals 6. IRY equals 9. Take away, it says Lorex. Okay, it also says fox. It also says gold in French. L-O-R is gold. It also says the clue is the fox. Fox represents 45. It's part of an entry of Rubik's Cube. So when you turn Rubik's Cube in the center, you recreate it. And don't forget, even on the fox, on Rubik's Cube, when you have the total faces of Rubik's Cube of 54, okay, you also have the spindle in the second, so making it automatically the 55th, the 56th, the 57th, 58, the 59, and 60. Right there. That's why I put it in. Go for it. They also have in between here, I-O-U. So now you'd have to make a little word over here, and what does it mean? We're at 13 minutes. I think I've said enough. There's so much. I'm not even close to even explaining anything. No, not this. What is this? Nibiru. N-I-B-I-R-U. 14, 9, 2, 9, 9, 3. Look at all the nines. Every time you see a 5 or a 9, it's like saying E-I-E-I-O. Every time you see a 2 and you see an E and an I, it says I live in and I am in the 2 world. E-I-E-I-O. The little pigs, because they have a lot of tits to suck on, the little pigs, they have a lot of piglets because they're pink. because they use our heart. And don't forget, part of my projects is based on what was the first thing you thought, what was the first thing you saw, what was the first thing. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to keep coming back and coming back, but don't forget about that moon, because the other thing I forgot to tell you, when we have 3467 on the moon, look at the numbers. 2, 5, and 8 on your phone, okay? 2 to 5, 3 and 4 is the passage. Okay, 5 to 8, 6 and 7 is the passage. That's the size of the moon. Okay, it's dead center like this. One of the reasons we have the mug and dove is because we don't need that dead center. We live a connected life. So we take away the dead center, and we have the points that go 1, 9, 3, 7, 4, 5, and 6. Then we can spin it like a windmill. If you put in the eighth one, it changes the whole formation. And each number has that same rotation. Like I said, between 2 is 3, 4. Next is 5 is 7, 6. So 7, 6, and 3, 4 is the 10, 10 world we're talking about. And not only that, it creates a staircase, okay, on many different levels. And one of those, this is a staircase that they also say is manana. It's also a way that when you put weight on it, here there's a little core here that this pivots. So this can be down and up, and you can keep moving rocks as much as you want. Raphael 7286 on a constellation of Pegasus. I think we'll bring this one to an end, because I didn't even start with the pool balls. Don't forget, 2 blue and 12, 2 blue and 10 is 12, and red is 3 and 11. 14 and 12 is 26. You're looking for 622, 6 stripes and solids. Maybe we'll start there. Thank you for watching.